Admiral Seabass here. Welcome to my war room in Indianapolis, Indiana. German, turn number 3. Big turn here. A lot of big strategic decisions to make before I could even make my purchases for this turn. So I've decided to go Sea Lion, and I specifically am going to go Scotland first. Backing that up by another strategic bombing raid on London, or should I say preparing a G4 assault on London with a strategic bomb of London on G3 again, trying to get that factory to where it can't produce a ton of stuff. So I'm going to buy a strategic bomber in case I lose mine this turn, and or to support a London assault in G4. A destroyer which will either go in the North Sea or perhaps in the Mediterranean, and 3 tanks and 4 mechs for the Eastern Front. So the big decisions here were I'm not going to go an amphibious assault in Leningrad. I just don't have enough stuff to get up there, and in particular enough attacking pieces to support it. I want to put a lot of pressure on the UK, and in particular, I really think on if I can take London on G4 and take Cairo on Italian turn 3, that would be a big blow to the British. So I just think they're kind of at the point where I need to strike hard, strike first, and show no mercy, Cobra Kai style, on the UK. So that really informed my purchases here this turn. So let me do my combat moves, and then I'll be back. Okay, here's all my attacks for Germany. Going big, just like Italy did last turn. First, we're going to do the battle for Scotland. That battle cruiser is going to do a shore bombard. And then I've got 8 guys and an infantry against 3 guys and an anti-aircraft. So the battle cruiser bombards at 3 or less on the D12. So I've got that in here, looking for 4 hits. Got exactly 0 hits. Wow. Okay. So the battle cruiser's done. And wow. Okay. So that's 3 at 2 or less for the Brits. 2 hits, of course. So there's 2 German guys eliminated. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1 and 2 at 2. And there's 2 hits. So they'll lose 1, 2, and then they'll roll back 3 at 2 or less again. There's 1 more. Now the Germans will have 4 at 1 and 2 at 2. And they need 2 hits. They got 1 hit. So the Brits will roll 2 at 2 or less. Oh my gosh. Germans getting diced here, I think, overall. So 2 at 2 and 2 at 1. There's the hit they needed. Brits will roll back 1 at 2 or less. Wow. Well, those Scotch infantry proved pretty tough, didn't they? You know, the point of this was really to have a bunch of this stuff survive and be able to go into London next turn along with a bunch of other amphibious stuff as well. And that, man, did not work out that way, did it? Okay, let me set up the bombing run on London. So this is what I have going into the strategic bombing raid in London. 1 strategic bomber, 4 fighters. There are 2 fighters there in London that could defend, but you know what? They're not going to be able to take out that bomber, so they're not going to defend. So we're going to roll only the AA against the bomber, and that's a 1 or less. So let's see if the luck of the Scots can roll down here into London. Nope. So Now I roll a d6 for the German damage, and I add 2. Oh, did you see that? That was almost a 6 or a 5. So that's going to be 4 more damage. So that's going to be a total of 9 damage. That's going to be sitting on that factory now. And it can only build 1 unit without being repaired. So, not the best the Germans could have hoped for there. But it is something. So let's go ahead and do this battle here for the subs. That's 2, the destroyer at 2, and tactical at 3. Just need 1 hit on the sub, and we got it. Sub shoots back at 2 or less. They got it. Okay, so we'll lose the destroyer and take out the sub, the Russian sub. And then I need to set some of these battles up over here. Actually, let's go ahead and do that one first. This is a bit speculative by the Germans, but they wanted to take out the blocker here in Western Ukraine. So that's a guy at 1 and a tank at 3, and we're just looking for 1 hit. We got it. And so the Russian guy will shoot back at 2, and of course he hits. Good defending dice so far today, huh? So there's that. And Germany will go up to 2 more. Russia goes down 2. I need to set a couple of these others up before we do them. Okay, so before I roll this battle, I want to note these are heavy armor. And a reminder, these attack at 4, they defend at 4, and they have armor target select on a roll of 1. Now, you can immediately see why that might be important in this battle. Because if these guys roll a 1, they not only hit, they can select those armor units as casualties. Okay, and so I'm going to roll 6 black grasshopper dice and these 2 normal d6s. Because of that armor target select, I need to know not only that they hit, but if they roll a 1, they can armor target select. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 hits, no armor target select. So that means they will take 1, 2, 3. And then they will roll back with 3 2s and 2 3s. 2 hits. So we'll lose 2 Russian infantry. Okay. So that armor target select does not matter anymore because all we have left are armor units. So I will roll 4 1s and 2 4s. There's the 2 hits I needed. And they will roll back with 2 3s. And there's a hit. Okay, so Eastern Poland is once again German. So let me mark that. Ran out of my really nice roundels there. So down 1 more, up 1 more. And let's go ahead and put these, sorry about that quick movement there, those back there. And these will go back here. And now the big one down in Ukraine. So let me set that up. Okay, battle for Ukraine. Let's go ahead and roll for these 2 first. So that's 4 1s and 4 2s. Got 12 Russian infantry in defense here. 1 hit. Man, that is not good. Not good at all. At all. That is less than what you would expect. Now 4 at 3 and 4 at 4 upscaled. So you would be expecting to get, what, at least 5 hits here, I think. And we got 3. So, man, that is the Germans. I think it's pretty fair to say this turn, Germans have been getting diced. 4 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now they're going to shoot back with 12. And you would expect them to get 3 hits based on probability. So there's 10. We got to roll 2 more. Okay, there's 2 hits. And then here's the 2 more. 1 more. So that was right at their average, right what we said. So there's those 3 off. Okay, so the Germans again, let's just do 1 at 1 and 4 at 2. There's 2 hits. Maybe slightly better than average. And then again, we would be expecting 5 hits here. And there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So that's a total of 7 hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should do it. Just a matter of how much of that armor can they get into possibly. So they're going to shoot back at 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 at 2 or less. So what would we be expecting here? 2 or 3 hits on average. And they got 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the Germans have 1 at 2, 4 at 4, 3 and 4 at 4. Just trying to get 1 hit here. And there it is. And then the Russian shoots back at 2. Misses. So, got it, but I don't know. I just have this feeling the Germans got a little bit diced there. So, we will put a German roundel on Ukraine. Germany up 2 more. Russia down 2. I think Russia will be able to take Ukraine back if they want to. These guys have 2 left in the tank. We'll put that there. Move them back during non-combat. Okay, that's all my combats. I'll do my non-combats now. Okay, non-combats. What's very important here is that I at least make it difficult for those guys to come up and land stuff in London. So, to guard against that, that's part of the reason I already moved the battle cruiser there during combat moves. I'm going to move the light cruiser here to guard my transports from a potential attack by that Navy. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired, a little punchy. By that Air Force there. And I've got to move the battleship to 110 here. Although, you know, does UK send that Air Force against that transport fleet with just a light cruiser guarding it? They might. And this dumb cruiser here can only get 1, 2 to there. Yeah, let me think about this. Yeah, you know what? I got to play the long game here. So I put the battleship there to protect the transports. Left 110 open. Nothing I can do about that. And move this guy back to here. A little disappointing. German turn for me. This guy moves back to there. These guys all move back to there. To be honest with you, I think the Germans could have done better. that turn than they did. These guys are all going to move up to there. I think to move these guys in here as cannon fodder. Most importantly here, I need... hang on, I need to chip these guys. Okay, I'm going to move these tanks up here, potentially to be picked up and join in an assault on London next turn along with those 4 infantry by all those transports. 2 of these guys are going to go 1, 2. I'm going to leave 2 of these guys in northern Italy just to guard against that potentially coming up. Then I'm going to move the artillery down to here to guard against a potential invasion of southern France by that. These guys can eventually go up to the Russian front. Oh, and I wanted to move 2 guys back from here, which means I need to chip these guys out. So I'll grab 2 of these. Them there. Grab another guy. Here's my box of German stuff. Pretty cool, huh? Again, this is for Global 36, but you can play Global 40 with the same stuff, basically. So next turn, I got 5 transports. They could pick up these 2 guys, those 4 guys, those 4 tanks, and go into London. I think they can all get there. So, anyway, I think that's all my non-combats. Yeah, you guys see anything that's missing, let me know. Let me go ahead and place my units here. Strategic bomber in Western Germany. Destroyer in southern France. 3 tanks in Romania. 4 mechs in Germany. Okay, let's see. Bonus income for Germany. Let's see here. What do we got? No. 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 Yes. No. So 5 extra. So they've got 40, 50, 55. They will collect. So 20, 40, 50, 5 for Germany on turn 3. Not too happy with that. Certainly not as happy as I was with the Italian turn. I feel like I got diced there. Oh, I gotta fly these. Oh, I did fly those guys back. So, not feeling that great. And I couldn't get anything into 110 to guard against those guys coming up into London. So I felt like it was a good idea. Execution a little lacking. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is Admiral Seabass signing off.